Okay, the spell I want to talk about today is Law of Causality. It's old, it's from the base game. I'm sure a lot of people have experimented with it, but I've been loving it the past little while. I've always liked it a lot, but with the deflect here, I found some new ways to use it. Just going to show how it's used here. It's basically a protective buff that explodes after a couple of hits. I believe it's 5. It has a short timer where it will reset, but it's quite long actually, especially if you're in a chaotic fight. As you see there, you can use it to have people get off you, but you can also use it a bit offensively too. So if you just keep track of the ticks of damage until it explodes, it's very easy to calculate. And as you can see there, it saved me from a guard break. The explosion radius isn't too big though, as you can see here. So you do have to be careful. If you have good positioning, you can easily get a gravity kill with this, especially in PvP. I tried to get one here, but he didn't go off the edge, but you get my point. Here's an example of it saving me in PvE. Very good against small multi-hit opponents. I've gotten some cool stance breaks with it. I don't know how effective that really is. It doesn't do much damage, but it looks cool. Why? Here's a perfect example of it in PvP, completely saving me. It just counters Black Flame Tornado. This is the clip that made me really realize how it can be used offensively instead of just as a get off me. If you really keep track of the ticks of damage, you know when it's going to explode. Like here. I don't think there's anything he could have done about that. Here's a similar one. Very good against reverse hand blades. In this one, the host actually gets the Phantom killed because of his spamming Stormblade. As you can see here. Completely unintentional on my part. This one shows how easily it can turn a chaotic situation into a favorable one. This is one of my favorites. Also, I love bubbles. If you can add good pressure with them, they're great because they travel so slowly. Kill off this guy. But watch this combo. This also makes me think if you might be able to roll catch with Wolf's Assault. Because that was on reaction. This is a good example of how it can turn the tides very quickly. Can I just talk about how much I love Wolf's Assault? It's situational, but it can be really good. Watch how quickly this goes from chaotic to in my control. Just because of Law of Causality. It just counters spam, especially multi-hit spam. It's great. And like I said before, you can get gravity kills with it. pretty easily, actually. Something I've been experimenting with recently is using Night Maiden's Mist to actually activate it or get a couple ticks on it first, so that when it explodes, they don't expect it. It explodes sooner than they expect, like this. I left this one a bit longer to give some context. Basically, I was trying to stop the host and phantom from getting up this ladder, and the phantom had way better long-range magic than I did for the situation. So I was just trying to stop them from coming up. I was being patient, but once he started teabagging and stuff, then I knew I had to go for it. This shot here on the host was actually an accident. I missed. I meant to shoot it down there, but I used it. I was like, okay. Geronimo! Oh yeah, we take those. We take those.